on to the next part. We just saw Jessica transmute the spice and go through the spice agony. We did not see the spice orgy, which is something that happens in the novels. Basically, the Reverend Mother transmutes spice. She changes the water of life, the spice, pure spice essence from the baby sandworm, and makes it drinkable by the rest of the Fremen. They basically get really high and start doing stuff and making babies. I kind of love that. This story is very weird. We have some things in the novels that I do not think that we will see on the big screen. And that's okay, because reading the books, I feel like it spoils you a little bit, but the films are going to have so much more to them. And obviously, the art direction brings things to life that we're not able to see for ourselves when we read the written word. So I do highly suggest reading the Dune series, at the very least, the trilogy, which is Paul's story. And if you go beyond that, you get into the God Emperor and the far, far future, 10,000 years into the future, and the story of Arrakis and the Bene Gesserit and some other civilizations that exist in the Dune universe. So the next thing that I want to touch on is gender equality in Dune. As I said before, the only thing that a person has in their inherent value to the Fremen is their body's water. Beyond that is radical self-reliance and being able to fight and hold your own. So we do see that the women have an incredible strength to them. They do not rely on anyone else for their survival but themselves. So we see the women standing alongside the men when they start taking down the spice harvesters and attacking the Harkonnens. There's no second thought. You are not seeing a distinction from male to female, which I think is really beautiful. I love that culture. I love that we see that immediately in the film, and we do not see the white savior complex happening at all. These Fremen are saving the white people, actually. So anybody that has those really crap takes, that is totally wrong. That is not what this story is about at all. At all. Paul is a charismatic leader that is set up through manipulation and to no desire of his own to become the chosen one. I do not feel like that's a trope to this series because it goes very far beyond that. This is kind of a chosen one situation because of the fundamentalist religious beliefs of some of the Fremen and their indoctrination, and how we see that spread like wildfire through the Fremen culture, and people who did not believe in that at all, but they become brainwashed because they can't deny that what is happening with Paul and Jessica are fulfilling all these things that are written in prophecy in their holy books. It's undeniable. And not realizing that this is truly the manipulation of the Bene Gesserit, and Jessica is the one that is behind these things happening on the planet. And you do see her talking to her fetus because she has unlocked all of Jessica's genetic memories. So in one way, that fetus is a direct reflection of Jessica's mind. It is truly a copy, as well as a copy of every Reverend Mother who has ever existed before them for all of eternity, which is an innumerable amount of voices in your head that you can access at any time for any information, for any history, for advice. It's really, really a powerful thing that the Bene Gesserit have bred into existence. So that's what is happening when we see Jessica having these conversations as she's walking around carrying her baby, and the looks that she's getting from the Fremen. They're like, what is this crazy lady doing? And they have a lot of suspicions, and I can't think of the word right now, but some beliefs about scary things that people can do and are not on board with what's going on. So in the books, something that I really love is you see the Fremen making hand signs at her for like evil, devil, demonic influence, like get away from us, turning the evil eye on her. They're not feeling the weirdness that is going on with what we come to know as the abomination of the fetus that comes into being before they have formed their own personality, which is very, very dangerous. The thought behind this is that as we are born and grow into adolescence, we form our own identity, and our own sense of self. So we can identify ourself from the voices in our head. Most of us do have some kind of driving narration in our head. We talk to ourselves, but we know that that person talking to us is just an identity that we've created to soothe ourselves and go back and forth and think things out. When you have an abomination, they don't have that distinction. They are all of these people in one, and any one of them can come out at any time and take control of the body, and that's very dangerous. So we see that happen. There's a line from Jessica in the film where you really see the scary things that are happening. She kind of goes into this violent shaking trance, and she says, you will feel the fear and the horror. And whoa. You're scared of her at that point because you just don't know where this is going, and it's getting kind of scary. I'll end it there and pick up in the next video. See you soon.